What's up, guys? Justin the Green Ranger here, coming at you today with a deck discussion slash talk about the meta and talk about the game state of how Yu-Gi-Oh's been going recently. And we're getting ready for the Santa Clara Regionals here in March. To those of you who are new to the channel or new to my content, I'm a Six Samurai player that's been trying to continuously fight the meta by just pulling off shenanigan type style plays. Every tournament, every locals, every time I duel on Master Duel, I refine my my skill with the 6-Sam deck. But it's always nice to have constructive criticism from other people, to hear them out and hear other strategies. That's how one gets stronger. Before we get into that, first, I'd like to give a shout out to my brother, Jeremy. Thank you so much. He got me some super cool stuff, which I'm going to show off right here. These came today, along with the cards that we were waiting for from the last video. Woo! Green Ranger shoes, guys. Fantastic. Thank you, Germ. You're amazing. Love you. Trying not to get all up in the cameras thing. But yeah, brand new shoes. Gonna be looking fresh for the event. The other shoe looks the same. I'm gonna leave it in the wrapper. One other thing I got, for those of you, let me stop making noise real quick. For those of you who have dueled against me or seen some of my videos, I normally have this Charizard as my centerpiece, or the center divide. This used to be my center divide. Kabutop's my favorite Pokemon. It's just another center divide that I picked up. But, got something nice for the Zard. I don't know how this works, so let's see together. It's a guard shield for the card. I'm not sure exactly if I just pop it on. Possibly. I think I just pop it in there, huh? Oh, this just does not feel right. Ooh, that really doesn't feel right. I know, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel, but gotta love Pokemon, guys. Am I doing this wrong? Is there a thing right here? Feels like there's a plastic right there. I should read the instructions, but for right now, we're just gonna slide her in. Slide them on in. See how it does it. Those of you watching the comments are like, this guy. There we go. Feel nice and protected now. Woo! Okay. We're going to move on to the rest of the video. Sorry about that. Okay. We're talking about what we should do to combat what we're facing right now in the meta. What are we facing in the meta, guys? We're facing a lot less banishes since Kashtira was hit a little bit. We still are seeing the Kashtira engine. So, we're still seeing some good banishings. Everybody at least has a side of D-Shifter or Droll. We shouldn't sit there and worry too much about what they're gonna be using, because we really don't know who we're facing. I went into a tournament where I thought I was gonna be facing Branded and Tier Element, and I faced a Drytron player in the first round. it's all random. Obviously, there are statistical numbers that they give you a higher chance of seeing certain decks more than others. So, like, yes, you will see Ash, or not Ash, but Fire. What the fuck are they called? Oh my god, I just blinked on it. Fire Rescue Ace, the Fire Kings, oh my god, there's so many fire decks out right now. Snake Eyes, like a combination of those three. Like, you don't worry yourself too much. This is just my advice for when you go into a duel. You shouldn't be stressing so hard about having every single counter for every single thing that's going to be out there. As you can see already from the first cards, this is in no particular order too, by the way. I'm just throwing cards out there, giving people ideas, showing you guys my ideas. I'm going to try this out. Time tearing Morganite. The reason for this is if I got rid of my cross-out designators and my hand traps, my inherent summons aren't effects from the hand. Those are summons. So, in my 6-Sam deck, not only do I get an extra normal summon, which would be amazing to add extra counters, but then my draw becomes a draw 2. Like, I see nothing but pluses right here for the fact that I don't like running hand traps. I don't like running Ash. I don't like running into cards that end up being bricks. Like, if my opponent doesn't do anything and just normal summons a card, then that's pretty much it. Like, I'm not really going to benefit from having the hand trap. Another card I picked up, this is one of the cards I was also waiting for in the mail. Moon Mirror Shield. Yes, I know Eidsoul is gone. I don't care about Eidsoul. Never really did care about her. But Moon Mirror Shield with Falsadina can just win games. Like, this is really broken on Master Duel for sure. And in real life, I really didn't feel like I was gonna be scummy enough, if that's the right word, to run Moon Mirror Shield and Falsadina and Thunder King Ryo, because I would main Thunder King Ryo. Where I'm at, there's a lot of branded players, so, or at the time when I was running the card, a lot of branded players. Another card to think about, Magical Deflector. There's a lot of equip cards out right now, guys. A lot of continuous spells, a lot of field spells, a lot of cards staying on field that are spell cards. This has really no cost. It just, you have to know when to use it. I'm pretty sure this isn't banned. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I don't see more people playing this. If it's banned, someone in the comments make fun of me for that. Black Rose Dragon. The reason why this is in here is the same reason why when I get to the Dark Holes, I'll say the same thing. Destroying my opponent's field isn't like a good benefit to me anymore, because they get a lot of benefits from the destruction. Like, if I full board wipe, like, they get 3 more effects in Grave, and then they get 4 more monsters on field. So I wasted resources and a board wipe just to not get anything accomplished other than the waste resources. So Dust Tornado. The reason why Dust Tornado is in this pile is just a thought. You always want to bait your opponent into trying to hit cards. I'm running 6 Samurais, so they either know I'm having a 6 Samurai spell card somewhere face down, face up, or it has to be a trap card. So a theory is I bait them thinking that I put my spell card face down when really it's this. They go to destroy this, I chain, I destroy another card on their field, and then I'm able to set something else that I have in my hand. So say like I had Trap Stun or Solemn Judgment. I'd be able to set this card right after this card gets a destruction. Even though it's a trap card, and yes, it is slow, as in the fact that you have to have a turn to set it and then let it go off. Like, it's still a good interruption slash bait, because your opponent will not know exactly that this is face down. They won't know that you're playing fucking Dust Tornado. No one's playing Dust Tornado in these formats. And same thing with Trapstone. It's weird. Solemn Warning. The reason why this is in here just to talk about the Solemn Brigade. I already run Judgment. I could run the whole package, run Warning, Judgment, and Strike. Like, it's just a thought. Let me know what you guys think about it. Book of Moon. It's in here because I could run Book of Moons or Book of Eclipses. Some cards do get stopped by being flipped face down, and you're able to interrupt some of the plays, but this does not negate the effect, so they still are able to get plays off of you flipping them face down, and then if you did it wrong, they could flip the card back to face up during the same turn. So, always think about, but it's here just for the discussion. Okay, let me talk about Dark Hole. Same thing as Black Rose Dragon. I don't know if it's good to destroy the field fully. Like, sometimes they benefit too much from it. I'm not gonna talk too much about that. Twin Twister and Cosmic Cyclone are in the same boat. Like, if you're facing Rescue Ace, you want to make sure you draw that Harpy Feather Duster. If you have these, you really do slow them down. Always good staples, always good things to have in the side. I normally side extra deck monsters, which means I have a larger extra deck than normal people, because then in round 2 I could switch out to whatever monsters I really need. So these cards haven't really been, beneficial to me, because I'm not sitting there worried about making sure they're stopped, when all I want to do is make sure my combo doesn't stop. Empyrean Iron Wall. It's just a way to help stop certain certain matchups. Like, if you're gaining too much from if you're benefiting too much from banishing, I definitely want to stop that. This is something to look at for a way of stopping that, or slowing it down at least. Like, if you're able to go first in the second round, pop one of these off, they can't banish, and they lose half their effects. It's a very, very good card. It's just, I wish it was a spell card. Artifact Lancia, same thing with these guys. Way to stop banishing. I normally have one in my side deck, so like, this is something I'm familiar with running. It is a level 5 monster. I'm able to still do something with it if it's not, like, you know what I mean? This is a monster, stops banishing. This is a trap card to stop banishing. A little bit more beneficial. It's also a hand trap, so harder to hit. Lightning Storm. This is probably the answer to either trying to not have the Harpy Feather Duster and Regeki being the only reliance you have on board wiping. This will probably be the easiest way to handle both sides of the field's rows. And these cards that I'm showing off, I'm showing you guys my process of like what I'm trying to get accomplished. I don't worry too hard on what my opponent's using. I don't know who I'm going to face. So all I can do is plan for the best strategy that I got and be able to counteract when they counter me. Because the 6 Sams have one niche. If we get into the infinite, the game's over. There's really nothing that they could do. I have so many resources that I can recycle my whole deck for 30 minutes. So we more focus on the things that they're using to stop me from doing my things. That's why the 3 cross-out designators are in the deck. I have 2 effect failures here because I actually have one in the deck already. Effect failures is a good staple. Same thing as the next card, Ash Blossom. But also, I don't like running hand traps. So I would literally just ditch this with cross out so we can just move on with my combo instead of worrying about them not being able to do something. I couldn't find my copy of Snatch Steal. I think I have it in somebody's deck. But Change of Hearts is Snatch Steal. Stealing your opponent's card and being able to make Typhon or Zeus or whatever, amazing. Or link off the card so they don't get it back. I don't know why more people aren't running these type of cards. Obviously, a one of chance of you taking one card that's not going to get negated or stopped or popped or retaken back is kind of like low. But this, if you top deck this and they only have a monster like that, GG's, that's a fun game. But decks now, they're too fast for this. This is only to get rid of problem monsters and big boss monsters. Speaking of getting rid of cards, Sphere mode. The only way you can get rid of my Fossil Dyna lockdown. With all the cards on field, you can't special summon. This is a normal summon. This is the only way to get rid of it. Debating whether I should run these in the side just to be a little troll. I know people are going to make big end boards on me, so I might as well just have something prepared. It's either going to be that or, let's see if I can just grab them right now. The Lava Golems. Also, this is a special summon, so, like, this is what I meant by Fossil Dyna stop special summons. It'll stop these and Kaijus. Raw Sphere mode's a normal summon, so it could go slide through some of the weirder plays and interactions. But yeah, still, 3 Lava Golems could be added to the deck just because it's an easier way of getting rid of my opponent's main larger board. Sorry about all my rambling, guys. Okay, D-Barrier. A good trap card to stop main combo players, like their Link summoning, their XYZ summoning, their Synchro summoning. You stop that immediately. I've only ran this once at a locals. I wasn't able to get it off right because sprites are able to link and XYZ. So, like, it was a bad match to use it, I guess. This is definitely a recommendation for the deck. Another thing, summon limit. And for 2 reasons. One, for us to stop them from being able to summon if they're able to get through the lockdown. And for 2, we can cross out Designator one of these away if they hit us with a summon limit. Highly recommend playing Summon Limit. We've been playing Summon Limit for a minute, and I've actually been playing the field spell version of this. And all of a sudden, it's now magically back in meta. Crazy. I already have one of these in deck, but I have 3 for just visual reference. We're going to probably do 3 Nibiru's. I don't know what we're playing. We do get a chance to play a side deck. So I do have more than a chance to correct if I need the 3 or not. But I'm more than likely going to be facing a deck that's going to be able to summon 5 times. Like, that's just how the meta is right now. Other than, like, if you're going to stall with Rescue Ace just so you can have full back row. Like, or you're going to do a branded play where you're only just summoning Mirror Jade. You're going to be making more than the 5 summons. So, triple nib is probably going to be the way to go. Or at least that's what I'm going to plan to do, is to do triple nib. We always have an option of using Baron de Floor. He's really easy to make. The only reason why I don't like this card, it's not that I don't like it. The card's great. The card's an amazing card. But Sheehan does the same thing, but keeps himself protected, and then reloads his special summon, reloads his negate spell and trap card each turn, he just doesn't have a pop effect. So they're essentially the same cards. One's just 500 attack power more. Like, I would rather just use the Sheehan instead of the Baron, because Sheehan's able to make me get the special summons of the other 6 Sam cards from my hands to the field, just because he's a different name. But Baron, you know, he always stays close to the side deck. Ice Dragon Prison. One of those cards that, like, I get tell it's good. I get told it's good. There we go. I should try playing it. Like, I just don't ever really get these kind of cards off. I feel like it's either I'm forgetting to time them correctly, or when I get them off, they're just not that impactful. We're going to probably add a second imperm into the deck. So this will actually be an add to the deck, like how Nibiru is going to be added to the deck. That's going to be a guaranteed. That's actually being moved. We're going to put 2 imperms just so we see it a little bit more. Hopefully I'm able to see cross out too, so I could negate whoever else tries to hit me. Forbidden Droplet. So we have one in the deck already. This is just a recommendation. If you guys don't have certain cards, like, this is also a good card. 6 Ams, once the combo's going, we can load up the hand with all the 6 Sam monsters and use Droplet to negate pretty much a full board of monsters for almost free. You know, it's a good card to think about. Nightmare Unicorn. Been trying to think of of level 3 links that are good. Like, I was gonna get the BLS. It's in someone's deck right now. Scareclaw Tryhart's amazing. Unicorn's really good. Like, been trying to think about what other extra deck I should be playing, if I should be adding something, if I should change it up. We're going to move past this and grab him. I used to run this guy. I took him out for 5-headed, because 5-headed's just that much stronger. Yeah, he does some funky, wonky, bouncing stuff, and is the only card that can be targeted for an attack, but 5-headed just unaffected by all card effects, or all opponent's card effects. Way, way nicer to deal with. Oh, look, here's another Baron. Sadness. Shifter. I may add a second one to the side deck. There's already a Shifter in the main deck, and that's because Shifter's there for crossout. Featherstorm. It's the same as Harpy's. Oh, come on. Harpy's Feather Duster. You know, you want to be able to stop their back row. This is a fun way to get Harpy's Feather Duster to hand. Just, you know, showing you guys cards of ideas of what I'm thinking about. One of my tech cards that I've been using for a long time, since let me think. What was that? It was Premium Gold, like the first gold set that came out. I was using this in my Dark Worlds when I would banish a card with Allure of Darkness. I get 3 banishes, and then I get a free draw 1 card. Well, this is good tech when my opponent continuously banishes my monsters. I eventually get to a point where I could either choose their card and my card from the banish, or I get 3 cards total, bring them back, and then get a draw 1. So this is always a side card that I always keep in mind in case I'm facing a lot of Cash Tier or something like that. Ghost Bell. Just because the sisters are so strong, Ash Blossom, Ghost Bell, Ghost Ogre. I already have Ghost Ogre in the main. I don't have Ghost Bell in the main, I think. Debating whether I want to play it. It should probably be in the side because I run cross out and I want to make sure I can negate whatever they got. So the deck may get bigger to imperm. Same reason for the... we already touched bases on that, guys. Another card that's new. I had ordered one. I have 2 more on the way. They didn't show up yet, but there should be 3. This is basically like Prohibition. This is a way I can not perma, but like I can stop you for like no cost other than discard 1 card, right? Or no, yeah, it's actually no cost. I just declare. So if I am able to get this card off, I'll just say Ash Blossom or something like that, and just be able to stop them from being able to do that, even if I don't get my cross out. Another thing is, like, I have, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, like 7 cards in the deck that don't need to be there, and those are hand traps and other types of cards in that sense, like Crossout Designator, Dark Ruler no more. I could always like take that out and just run a wanted engine type play. Like it's a thing, it's a possibility. I could do this. I could grab the Kashtiras and run Kashtira, Fenrirs, and Unicorns, and that's all I would run. I'd just run a bunch of these cards and just have them just randomly get 1 card drawn into my stuff. Make a fun combo. But see, then that's taking away from the niche of my 6 Samurais. Droll and Lockbird, thinking about putting the other 2 in there. There's 1 in the deck already. You know, when we're looking at extra deck cards, we look at it like, oh, what do we need to get done? Like, we have 15 slots, 15 options. I use 8 of my cards to make a combo that guarantees me the end board that I want, which is negate spells, negate traps, negate special summons, negate monster effects, and search a card, which is normally Solemn Judgment, to set that face down, and then I end my turn and I let you go. So like the other, what is it, like 6 cards either have to be tech cards or they have to be cards that are going to benefit you in the crunch, like Anima. I actually have Anima in a different deck. I don't know why I don't have it right now. But that's like 1 card where I can normal summon Fuma, change him out, and then steal a card. SP Little Knight's one of those cards that fits that slot. I used to run IP, and that was fun. Being able to 5-headed dragon on my opponent's field, or on my opponent's turn, and blow them up completely. But using SP Little Knight with all the crazy interactions that happen to make sure his effect goes off kind of scares me. Anybody who's actually been at a tournament would know that, like, your brain goes to mush halfway through. Sometimes we don't get a lunch break, and it's just continuous play. So having the mental stability to try to make sure I get these plays off correctly without getting a round loss for doing something incorrectly, it outweighs the need to play this card. So like, I have it, it's an option, I can use it. I also have IP. IP is more closer to being played than SP. But if I played one, I'd play the other. Let me know what you guys think. I'll practice doing this or something. Just showing off the nib token. Another card to think about. Anti-Spell Fragrance. I've mained Anti-Spell Fragrance in the past, and I've recently taken it out. after I got after Mystic Mine got banned, I took out Anti-Spell Fragrance. I used to run Mystic Mine. Yes, I am a terrible person. But I'm not afraid to run Anti-Spell Fragrance. I'm used to playing it with it. I just have this card just to talk about. Like, I've ran DPE with the DPE set before at a regionals, and I was able to get them off once. It's really nice. But now that I have Alan Bersha, the Prime Mathemic, I'm able to search out the spell card. So this may be a whole different play if I was thinking about running it. All I would have to put is Dasher, the spell card, and I forget, Plasma or something like that, whatever the last card would be. But, you know, DPE is an option. I can do that just like SP Little Knight. It requires less of a big brain, but needing to remember to activate the card effect Engrave to bring itself back and then declaring that, I may forget sometimes. So, like, you know, it's a card. It's an option. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys made it this far in the video, consider subscribing or liking the video. Like, it costs you guys nothing, and it really helps me out. I'm trying to get the channel to grow a little bit more. Just showing you guys my strategies or my planning for regionals. Maybe one of these days, like, I have like a live stream chat over here, talking to me in person so we could discuss this together. Another thing is a second Shein. So when we're talking about a second Shein, we're also talking about if we're going to run deck devastating virus and epidemic virus, because he is a level 25 dark and he's easy to make. He can negate the first spell or trap card your opponent plays, and then you can easily destroy him off or tribute him off to check your opponent's hand to get rid of all the monsters or get rid of all the spells / traps. Like, this is an idea I've been thinking about doing just so I can keep an eye on my opponent's hand, just so I can, like, openly see what they're playing and somehow make a plan around that before they're able to play it. Utopic Dragonic Future. I know I said that name backwards as hell, but that's the way I like to call them. These two cards are good. They've been in the main deck for a long time. They got moved to the side deck for this last year because I've been using more link heavy combos. But always a card that is sided into the deck when a problem occurs. I don't know if I need to have this in the side deck anymore. Like, it is very strong, and I'm able to use it, but stealing a monster isn't enough anymore. It is a good negate steal, and then they don't have that as an option. But, like, the resources to make sure I get this out is a little outweighing his utility, if that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't be able to do this without my full combo, or at least the beginning of my full combo. Like, without that, then I gotta hope for Change of Hearts to steal their card to match it up to this, to get this one, to make that one. Or I hope my Waking the Dragon hits, because I do main Waking the Dragon in the side deck. Trishula, oh, there's Deck Devi. Trishula, I can Trishula hand loop banish my opponent's entire hand just by using Omega, Digustled Emerald, and Trishula. It is a thing I can do. It's not fun to watch because that one takes even longer to get the synchros out. But some of the decks, they just benefit from banishing, so I don't even want to make them benefit. I basically don't want them to play a single card, because if they play a single card, I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know if you're getting benefits from the graveyard. I don't know if you're getting benefits from the banish. Like, I'm not saying I don't know every deck. There's so much card text in our cards. This is a children's card game. And what the fuck is that? Like, how do you expect a child to understand all that text and have a fun, friendly duel with one of their friends? Like, come on. This package right here is the Teller Knight Ptolemaeus Skip Your Turn package. These are the only cards I need to have in the deck to be able to skip my opponent's turn, go straight into my turn, and attack for game. So basically I get 2 first turns. This is a very hard combo to consecutively get off, only because of how much planning you have to get with the birds. You have to get most of the cards correct. If not, then you're short a little bit of the combo. But having Prime Mathemic Alambertia is a card that's actually been helping me do a lot of the combos even heavier than what it's been like. So I haven't tried that with this card, or this combo with that card. Sorry, guys. Oh my god, guys, 35 minutes? I'm so sorry for having you guys here for so long. Like I said, consider liking the video, consider subscribing. Like, this is only just the deck discussion. I'll have another video up in a few days of what I'm actually planning to go with. These next set of cards are more likely than cards that I'm going to choose to go to the thing with. Let me try to make this less crazy. Okay. So, DD Dynamite, those of you who don't know, it's a very old card. Inflicts 300 damage to your opponent for each card they have removed. So, if they're running a banished deck, I could possibly get them low enough to burn themselves for death. Right? So my process on this is, people aren't respecting trap cards. Let's just all be honest. Red Reboot's gone. You don't see nobody running Jinzo in the main. Like, people aren't respecting trap cards. Trap cards are getting off, like, consistently. Especially, like, Welcome Labyrinth. Random, probably never seen it in, like, the last 6 months. Eldish or Rescue Ace. All good trap card kind of oriented decks that are good. We got Zoma Spirit. So, he's a magic cylinder, but you can declare the attack with him, destroy himself, and voluntarily take damage while burning your opponent. So he's 18 attack. If you're able to get him out, he has a nice little beat stick. He is level 4 too. You're able to summon him, hit. He basically magic cylindered them for whatever the attack power is. This is the package that I'm thinking about running. I'm thinking about burning my opponent with my side deck, because they're gonna run so many cards to hit my back row or stop spell cards that I might as well just run a whole bunch of trap cards. Ring of Destruction. So what you would do is you would chain Ring of Destruction, destroy one of their other cards. The chain ends, destroys the card, you take damage, and then you take damage again, or they take damage again with the next card that you had used previous. We got 3 magical cylinders. When these cards are in the graveyard, after activation, you can search out a magic cylinder. Hold on. Sorry, guys. You can search out a magic cylinder, put it on the field, and then when this is in the graveyard, you could banish it and make the magic cylinder do double damage. So what I'm hoping for is a double damage hit while they take one more hit. Like, that's my strategy for this upcoming side deck that I'm making for the 6 Samurais. And then last but not least, Blazing Mirror Force and Storming Mirror Force. Returning all your opponent's monsters, very good. Yes, they get some card effects back, like hand trap card effect, or not hand trap, but like Herald summons, or when your opponent doesn't have a monster on field, you can special summon this card. Like, they do get cards back, but they have to declare an attack. They wasted their battle phase. They got to reestablish board. Blazing Mirror Force burns them for the attack of the cards that are on the field. So, you know, it's just another part of my burning package. Yeah, if you made it this far, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Consider liking, subscribing, leave a comment on what you guys thought about some of my thought process on the game right now, because it's pretty bad. Like, when you can lose a game... Oh, sorry to touch bases on this way late in the video. If you can lose a game for saying, let's fucking go, and goddamn, then you're either showing too much emotion in the plays, or you know, you have to remember, this is you want to have a friendly match. You want to be a good sportsman, and if you're bragging about winning, then you're really not being a good sportsman. And then on top of that, like, I don't brag when I'm sitting there doing my infinite combo. I get nervous because I have judges normally watching me, making sure I'm not slow playing. But, like, you just gotta be humble when you're playing. Like, these games are matches that aren't gonna really affect your life in the way that you really think they are. You're not gonna win $20 million and change your life just because you won that YCS. Like, oh, you won the prize. That's fantastic. What do you do with yourself after that? No, I go to Applebee's. Oh, that's fucking fantastic for you. But, like, figure out, like, why you're such a bad person sometimes before you go and play with people that are just trying to have fun. Like, nobody wants that. Leave that shit at home. Like, I'm not playing a burn to be scummy. I just feel like trap cards aren't respected, and that this will be the way to go. I'm going to go ahead and call this the end of the video. I have one more video that's going to be up in the next few days, which will be the actual deck profile. Consider subscribing so you can see that deck profile. We also have videos up when we're going to the regionals, where I'll try to have some footage posted of that. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.